noticed that you have this little voice in your head that talks to you a lot sometimes? And often this voice we've had for so long that we don't even recognize it's there. And I want to talk to you a little bit about where that voice comes from. Because oftentimes that voice is the voice of our family. And that can be a really good thing, it can be a really negative thing too. And the messages our family gave us as kids, whether we were good or we were bad or we were funny or if we were smart, if we were athletic, and all of those voices went in and manifested itself into this voice that now plays out, which sounds a lot like our own, and yet oftentimes it's not. And so one of the things that I want to challenge you with is when you hear that little voice start talking, I want you to ask, whose voice is this? Is it my mom, my dad's, my siblings? Because knowing where that voice comes from is really important. And asking yourself, is it accurate? Or is it keeping you stuck back in this place that you were 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago? And staying stuck back in that old voice isn't going to help you get to where you want to go. Now, having this voice is really normal, but the challenge is how it influences us, how it creates certain emotions in us, whether it be excitement or fear or sadness, frustration. And so really being able to identify it, and this is not about blaming our families in any way, shape, or form. It's about recognizing that they are there and what am I going to do with it? Because it's up to you to figure that out and to change it so that it works for you. And if you need to get rid of some of those voices in your head, doesn't mean you get rid of those relationships in your life, but maybe getting rid of those negative self-talk that can end up happening, because the more we tell ourselves something, the more we're going to more than likely make it happen in our life. And we don't want that kind of power to take place in our life when it happened for so long ago. So I want to encourage you, pay attention to that inner self-talk that goes on. Ask yourself, whose voice is that? And ask it if it's true. And if it's not, do everything you can to let it go and to replace it with a self-talk that works. Talk to you next time.